about the software was it takes a while for the go live to happen, which I think it's because the other stuff would set it up ahead of time. And all I had to do was turn it on. But
it still says weekly live stream in the upper left corner. Is that
that's
right?
just the name of the session that I have.
Right on.
Yeah, I better.
But we're
Hey,
not
thanks.
switching. Yeah. Oh man. No.
Thanks, Ryan, for listening. We're back. It's the last call, and like literally no time has changed from the episode. But now we can say fuck Trash Down South, fuck Georgia Southern.
Yeah,
Screw
fuck
those
them.
guys. French from whatever his fucking name is. I don't care. I won't pay attention to this shit for another 12 months.
Just win, baby.
Vodka time.
Just win.
Well, I told you. I think I texted you at like noon or something, and I said I was gonna start drinking at work. And oh boy, I've been day drinking all day.
That's how day drinking works, Ryan.
All day. All day.
During the day.
I took a break for dinner
It's in
because
the name.
that felt right.
Well,
But-
so my power went out at like right before the girls were getting home from school. The power went out, so I waited for the bus stop for them, and they have dance. They both have dance today, so I walked up to the dance studio like an hour and a half early because there's a bar next to it, and I worked from the bar. Yeah, I started drinking there. I had a couple of some beer before making it back here to do dinner with everything. But man, it got me tired. That beer early on, I was like exhausted. I had to bang a 5-hour drink before I could make sure I could make it for this episode.
You did what to it?
I banged it.
You banged it. Is that how you take a 5-hour drink? Or like
How do you not? How are you supposed to? They're little bullet things. I thought how are you supposed to do it?
You just bang the shit out of it, huh? That's weird, man. That's weird.
Have you seen the bets that people are doing or have been called out for on social media the past couple of weeks? Like that Florida State guy that said that if Boston College beat Florida State, he would eat dog shit out of a Solo cup with a spoon.
Did Boston College win?
And they won.
Nice.
And so then like he's gone like he's deleted his social media accounts and everything. They found like who his girlfriend was on there. She's had to like delete her accounts and crap. And so that was the big one. Then a guy came out last week and it was BYU, whoever BYU played. He said if BYU won, that he would shove a Taco Bell 5-layer beefy burrito up his ass. And credit to BYU's social media team. As soon as BYU won the game, all their post was "Live Moss."
If TDS wins, I will drink another PBR.
Yeah, if Trash Down South beats Georgia State, I will continue drinking.
Yeah, exactly. But let me tell you something. If Georgia State wins, I will also continue drinking.
Yes. I will also we didn't even talk about this. It's a 3:30 game, so we get our first day game.
Yeah. It's a good time. I like the timing on that day game too, because it's not too early where like we can't really tailgate much, and it's a good time. I like the late games better, but I'll take a 3:00 kick or 3:30,
you're gonna show around 3:29. Is that when you're gonna get there?
Depends on when we come back from this trip. We might come back early because of the storm. So I don't. If that's the case, then I'll be. If that actually might work out, because then I will tailgate a good bit. But
all right.
Otherwise, we're supposed to come back. We're leaving. Otherwise, we're going to leave Saturday morning, and I should be back by like.
You're just going to drive past the stadium and have Heather toss you out of the car and just keep on going.
That might happen anyway. So
you can just follow TDS's school bus up here.
Do they? No, I would actually give if they actually drove those school buses up to this game. I would give them props for that. That's probably how
many. But here's the thing: how many short buses does it take to fit a football team? Like
that's true. That's an expensive trip with short buses, man.
Like because that's what they have to ride.
Isn't that what they do? Don't they take those buses places? Like don't.
To the stadium or to the. Whatever they do, like their walk or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they do. They're dumb. I mean, that one guy chugged beers on top of it, and somehow that got him kicked off the program or suspended. I'm like, that seems like the exact thing I expect out of every TDS player out there. But no, yeah, I've only ever said one thing positive about the Trash Down South program, and that was just I like that GS logo they use on their baseball hats. I think it's a logo they should lean into a lot more. Because it doesn't have a U on it. I like that. And then if they drove school buses up to Atlanta from Statesboro, I would give them props for that as well. And that's where it ends. with that trash.
Mm.
I mean, have you ever seen anything positive about a Trash Down South fan?
Trying to think of something.
Silence speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah.
They're decent
Here's
fans.
The thing. There are a couple. There are, and back when I used to be on, well, I guess what is now X on Twitter, there was one guy I engaged with actually regularly who was always, always the voice of reason, always shot down the stuff that you would expect decent human beings to shoot down. And so I know there's some out there. And in fact, I know one of the guys on the state of Atlanta thread is bringing a Southern fan. I think.
Yeah.
That block of tickets that we have. So,
But that guy's not leaving the stadium alive, whether we win or lose. Like, there's gonna be a body bag
as long as he's a decent human, man, he's welcome to drink with us. I have no problem with, any fan base. Just
I actually had a Georgia Southern alum in my wedding as one of my groomsmen in my wedding. And then I had another buddy of mine. But that said, I have not reached out to either one of them to see if they want to come to the game, because I'm not going to do any part in bringing Trash Down South fans to the game. I may see them. Well, actually,
I invited a coworker who is married to a TDS alum, and
my god, that's gotta be horrible for him. Did you ask him?
Well, you can't get out of it now because you've already got all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You just gotta roll with it, or find another TDS alum. But I invited them. They're not gonna be there, so it's fine. But I tried. I did stay at their lake house one time, and they had these what you call it? They're not called coasters. Some TDS coasters. And I just I very casually, because they were letting me stay there for free, so I wanted to be friendly, but I turned them all upside down.
Mm-hmm.
Just super subtle.
And I am such a weird person about this. I would have done the same thing, but I also would have not touched them with my bare hand. I would have gotten like a fork or something and just flipped them over. Like I don't want to ever have that logo touch me. I feel like it would burn like herpes and chlamydia. So yeah,
I figured it's the mind games, Like when I was a kid, my stepmom used to make me pretty mad, and I went around the house because she was very OCD, and I would just make everything just a little crooked, just a little, and she'd come back home and start straightening everything up. I'd see her, she'd be frustrated, like, what's happening, and like straighten them up. I gained a lot of joy from that.
I dated a girl when I was at Georgia State who also was super OCD, and I went over to her house one night, her apartment, and she was making dinner for me while I'm watching TV, and I did the same thing. I just kind of like moved this little thing, like this little vase, just an inch that way, or turned a book around, or just
while she's cooking for you.
Yeah, I'm a jerk. I can't believe it didn't work out. And
and you liked her.
Well, to be fair, I also called her. She worked at Pepsi, and I called her Pepsi. My pet name was Pepsi Bitch, is what I called her. So, yeah. Anyhow,
that's weird. It didn't work out. Super weird.
Shocking.
I don't understand.
I got invited to the wedding with the guy she eventually married, but I was the in between guy. She was dating this guy. They broke up. We dated, and then she realized how good she had it before, so she went back to him, and then got married, and then invited me to that wedding. So that was cool. But anyhow, so while in the midst of cooking, this is a small apartment. She has to go walking across the living room to get something, and literally, like you said, as she walked by, like the 6 things I changed, pop, each one of them she fixed immediately, and it was just I was enamored. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. I got to keep doing this. And then she figured it out and got mad at me.
Oh yeah, well, mine never figured it out. So, my stepmom.
Andrea, if you're listening, hi. Andrea, if you're listening, hi. She got mad when I called her Andrea.
I mean, part of the problem, you didn't have her name right.
I did that, yeah, because like we met. It was one of my last years at State, and we're doing a presentation because, as you guys know, there's not a single class at Georgia State that doesn't have a presentation or a group project at least. And so I was the talky guy, shocking. And I introduced her as Andrea. We're dating at this point. I introduced her to Andrea, and she just gives me devil eyes. Like, it's Andrea. I'm like, oh, sorry.
I know an Andrea, and yeah, same thing.
Yeah, I also knew an Andrea as well. That was don't mess that one up. So,
hey, fuck TDS.
Fuck TDS.
Fuck those guys.
They're the worst.
Yeah. Just a little off topic there, so.
Yeah, well, that's what Last Call is. So we're not talking about barbecue or Marvel or Star Wars, so it's something else to talk about. But we can wrap it up.
That's true. Probably a good wrap.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Brian, for listening. We're back next week, and we'll be talking about men's basketball schedule with Ryan. He's going to be well prepared, well versed in everything that he likes, doesn't like, loves, doesn't love, or he's going to make a beach trip unplanned. One of the two.
I enjoyed this, man. Thanks for.
We'll see. Tune in next week to find out.
Thanks for coming on, Amit. It was a lot of fun. It was a long time coming. It only took 266 weeks in a row of doing a podcast to get you on here. So
that's my favorite number, 266.
There you go. We were working for it, man. We're trying our hardest. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week.